Welcome to my podcast, everyone. My name's Nolan. I talk about LSU football. It's a burning passion I have, and I decided, why not start a podcast and talk about something I love. So, my first episode is going to be about the QB controversy in Baton Rouge. So, this past weekend, LSU beat South Carolina 52-24 with a true freshman starting at quarterback. TJ Finley got the start. And he looked pretty decent. He completed 81% of his passes for 265 yards, 3 total touchdowns with 1 interception. I didn't really have much expectations for him, to be honest. I knew that LSU would run the ball a lot. They ran those RPOs, which were easy completions, and got him comfortable and whatnot. The announcer of the game on ESPN said that the key for LSU to have success with the true freshman starting at quarterback was get him to the first quarter, get him through the first quarter. And I think that was a great strategy by LSU, by Steve Ensminger. I mean, he couldn't have called a better first quarter for him. I mean, just running the ball a lot, third down. We didn't put him in too many third and long situations, which was great. Those easy RPO slants, those outs, running backs out of the backfield passes, that's what you need to break a quarterback in. And LSU did a great job doing that. Now let's talk about LSU wasn't really a threat down the field deep. I mean, TJ had a few great passes downfield, but I don't know if it was anything that, was like, whoa, this guy's got that special, whatever. It was maybe got lucky on a few of them, but he had one really bad interception, which I don't even know if it was like a miscommunication by the receiver and the quarterback. It just looked like TJ was a little too, cocky and confident with that pass. But obviously he's a true freshman. He's his first start ever. I expected mistakes like that. I don't expect him to go out there and play, perfect football. I mean, he played a lot better than I thought he did, no doubt. But, it was he had a few errors, and that one interception was obviously the blemish on the stat sheet. Now, as far as the QB controversy, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of thinking about this, and a lot of sides I've been listening to are saying, TJ's a guy going forward if he keeps continuing to play well. But, Miles Brennan, he's a guy, he sat there for 3 years, and it's his time. We have to respect that and honor that. And I really don't know what to go with. I think my gut feeling, though, is to go with Miles Brennan. I mean, he has 11 passing touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the year. I mean, it's not like LSU's losing football games because of him. It's more so, obviously, our defense, but obviously, the first game of the year, Miles Brennan didn't play super well, but ever since then, he's been playing solid. Like, he's not a reason why we're losing football games. I mean, we're putting up 40 points a game almost, and we're losing. That can't be on the quarterback. And I know a lot of LSU fans are like, oh, well, build for the future. We got this, TJ Finley guy, and obviously he's great, no doubt. And Miles Brennan, I think he'll be back for one more year. I don't expect him to leave early for the draft. If he did, I believe that would be a mistake. He should come back one more year, have a full season ahead of him. And then, you can really show what kind of quarterback he is. Now, Miles Brennan's out for – so I've heard about this injury. It's about a 5-week injury. So TJ Finley's the guy moving forward. TJ Finley's going to start this week at Auburn. And, I don't really have – I think this Auburn defense is a lot better than South Carolina's. They have Kevin Steele as a defensive coordinator, and it's gonna be a challenge for TJ Finley. I mean, South Carolina wasn't really that good of a team. I mean, they have Muschamp, who knows his defense, but not really a threat. I mean, I thought LSU would win the game, but I didn't think we'd win it by 52-24. Now, this week we're at Auburn. We have to take a few more shots down the field with TJ. Continue to run the ball with Emory really well. This is the first time in in weeks I've been screaming at the TV and I'm like, give David Emery the ball, like John Emery the ball. Like he literally needs to run up the middle, run the little zone read, blah, 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 whatever. Get him the football. And I feel like we're kind of doing this, Chris Curry's 18, so we got to play. No. We need to get John Emery the football. He is our running back moving forward. He's the best one on our roster. Get him the football. Continue to run the ball. Ed Ingram came back, played really great. The run game looked best all season. Continue to run the ball, make TJ comfortable, and I think we'll be all right. Now, TJ Finley's we're gonna continue to put him in those easy, those little slant routes, out routes, running back to the backfield passes, get him comfortable, and I think we're gonna need to take a few more shots down the field with Terrace Marshall, and I saw a little connection with Coy Moore and TJ Finley. I mean, they're two freshmen, so those two had a little connection. It seems like, and I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's great for the future. But as of right now, TJ Finley's the guy, man. If he continues to play better, to play well, I would stick with him. Now, if Miles Brennan comes back and in practice he's still the man he was the first 3 weeks of the season, you go to Miles Brennan. You go with him, but if he comes back to practice, he's still like, you don't really know. TJ Finley's the guy moving forward, and what scares me is that transfer portal. I really don't want to see Miles Brennan transfer. I don't want to see Max Johnson transfer, but I understand. It's the hard part about a quarterback position is only one of them can start. One of them can play. You can do the two-man, rotation, but that never works. That's not what you want on a team. People say having multiple quarterbacks is a good problem. I disagree. I think having one guy the team can get behind is great. And, I think it can be scary when you have that, multiple quarterbacks moving in and out, rotating, because there's no rhythm in the offense. And the team's like, well, who's our guy? And, it's hard on a team. So it's good to have that one guy set. Right now it's TJ Finley. If Miles Brennan comes back, he's 100% ready, healthy to go. You roll with him. TJ Finley's the guy moving forward. He's a guy down the future. He's going to be a great LSU quarterback. Got to continue to get him in the weight room. I know he's lost about 30 pounds since the pandemic happened. Continue to get him in the weight room, get him stronger. He looked pretty good running the football. He looked decent. He's an absolute tank. I mean, 6'6", 260. It might be a little more or less than that, but I mean, he's an absolute tank. If he reminds me of Cam Newton, I'm not even kidding. He really reminds me of Cam Newton. He can throw the ball about 80 yards down the field with a flick of the wrist. He needs to get in the weight room, get stronger, get more agile and more shifty, and he can be a special player. I love these reps he's getting, this in-game action. I love it. But moving forward, next season, our starting quarterback better be Miles Brennan. I just think TJ, these reps are great for him. It's great knowing we have a quarterback to come in, and he's got game reps. He has experience. He can play. He can win his football games. That's great. But moving forward, Miles Brennan's our guy.